Optimus, are you sure we can trust Sentinel Prime? Well, of course. Why would you ask? Well, I just... Hey, Sentinel! Come on in, buddy. Give me a hug. Fist bump, fist bump. Yeah, it's good to be a Prime. Yeah. And there is something about the way he looks at me. I don't know, I just get the feeling that... damn it, that's enough, Ironhide. Listen here. I would trust Sentinel with your life. Well, okay, wait, what? Hey, what's up guys, this is Eamon from Vintage X Collectibles, and welcome to my review of the Transformers Studio Series Voyager class of Ironhide. Well, let's start off with a close-up of Ironhide's face. And throughout the movies, I always felt like they designed Ironhide's head off of a bull, which I feel is very fitting. His head and his body, you know, he is their heavy weapons expert, and I just think they did a phenomenal job on this head sculpt. It could be the best Ironhide head sculpt we have got. Now, despite all of this truck junk up top, Ironhide can still look left and right. You just have to make sure these hood panels are pulled all the way apart. And I love how, coming around to the side of his head, they did not get lazy or cheap out. I love how they designed these silver disc-shaped cheeks of his. And that's a good look, and it's very movie accurate. Now, as for one of my very few complaints about this Ironhide, I do wish they would have made his bumper here able to fold back and wrap around his waist for a better symmetrical look in his robot form. It pretty much starts at the elbow. He just got forearm and fist here. As for the upper arm, it's hidden in back of all that truck junk. But I do like this right here. They added this little silver plate that goes in back of the truck tire, and I think that's a very nice touch. Now, looking at his lower body and legs, we go from this gray to silver and silver here, which is a nice touch because it helps break up all of that black, which otherwise would just kind of blend in all together. As for his feet, he has these big old clown feet, and it's one big fixed piece. You can't even adjust his toes or anything to try and improve the appearance. But a big problem, I think it's because the toes come down too far. Think of it as a table with a wobbly leg. Look at this. So despite having such large dino feet, he doesn't stand very well, which sucks. But while we got him from a side view, check that out. They do an excellent job of making all that truck kibble fold away. It's a very, very sleek look. And much like his head sculpt, I believe this is the most accurate we have got Ironhide's weapons. This here being his large plasma cannon. And then here we have his rotating grenade launcher. And Ironhide's weapons just peg into his forearm, as with most Transformers. You just have to get your fingers in there past the truck parts and squeeze it in. There we go. And here is Ironhide showing off his cannons and ready to exterminate some chihuahuas. I mean, you're already loud and obnoxious, just don't pee on a man's foot. And as for comparisons, here we have the Studio Series Ironhide matched up with the 2007 movie Voyager. And as you can see through the years, with the improvements on detail and movie accuracy as a trade-off, the Transformers are being made a lot smaller. So let's see how tall Mr. Ironhide stands. We'll get this lined up at his toe. And it looks like he comes up to exactly 6 inches tall at the top of his head. And this is what I'm talking about. You can see right here that the new studio series Voyager class of Ironhide is the exact same size as a deluxe class of Bumblebee from the Revenge of the Fallen movie. This Bumblebee was part of the Hunt for the Decepticons toy line. When it comes to quality and size, it's just a shame that we can't have both. So here we are now stuck with paying extra for a smaller scale class Transformer. And give me any excuse you want, but if you're going to make a Voyager class in a deluxe class size, then you might as well just package it and call it what it is, a deluxe class. And I know prices differ from around the world, but here in America, there is a $10 difference between the deluxe and Voyager classes. Okay, so I've transformed Ironhide once, and I learned a couple things. So Ironhide comes in package as is, but look back here on his shoulders. Now the car door or truck doors were just kind of folded back like that, but take a look at these little posts here, and on the inside here's a little slot that looks like it would fit that. Now the instructions really don't show this, and you kind of have to play with it a little bit just to try and get it into the right position to even go in there. And it is tight. What I've learned on this Ironhide, a lot of the peg holes are tight, but it does go on. So there we have it. And with this being fitted on there, it also helps keep his backpack together tight. So even though the instructions don't mention this, I have a feeling the product designers intended for you to do this. There we go. After a couple minutes of fiddling with it, it looks like that. It does look a lot better. And up front, it also helps improve his neck rotation. It keeps these plates in place and out of the way. And another thing I noticed during the first time I transformed him is this. And this is actually part of the transformation. His truck tires flip down to the side of his feet. And what do we have here? Don't worry, Optimus. I'll catch up with Bone Crusher. Check that out. Oh, slipped on a banana peel. And with the wheels down, he can still stand in his robot position. And of course, I don't peg Ironhide as the skating type. He's more of the, gonna ram you like a bull. Mess with the bull, get the horns. Here is Ironhide featured with his Mission City Battle backdrop. And now let's get him transformed into his pickup truck mode. For transformation, I usually like to start with the legs. So let's bring the tires out from under his feet. Then we'll come around here to the back and we'll unhook the back of the truck out of his calf area. Now we can bring the foot and the back panel up together at the same time, and I don't believe you can see it on camera, but the back of the truck here does peg in to that bumper. Same thing over here. Bring them together so they align together properly. Peg in the bumper, and now we can close the legs together. There's 3 parts, 1, 2, and 3. So we'll line those up. And now we have the back of the truck completed. Now these pieces in front, they just get pushed up underneath the fender. And let's come around to the back and let's unhook the truck doors from those posts and straighten them out. Now the top of the truck comes down and we can bring out the windshield. For the arms, let's bring it in at the shoulder to where it's up against that post, and then at the forearm, turn it outward to where the glass is facing away. Same thing, let's bring in the shoulder against that little post and rotate at the forearm where the glass is facing the outside. So it looks like this. And let's come around to the front. We can just pop that bumper out. And here, let's separate the hood panels, push this piece, we gotta unhook it from his neck. Push it in, and then we will bring the hood panels forward, get it over that piece, and let's connect those. There's two places where you connect them. The one in the front on mine is very tight. There we go. And then we can plug it in on both sides of the bumper. It went right in that time. Okay, so now we can kind of accordion this down, position the arms up, see how they're going to be fit. Now let's go ahead and squeeze the side glass. See, there's a little post here, and it goes in, where is it? Up top on the roof on each side. So let's go ahead, bring it down. Alright, one went in. Let's get that other side. I'm almost there. Almost finished. There we go. Now, we can hook it in at the front. See, the front there's a peg on each side of the glass, and that's going to go into the front of the truck. Now all we got to do is just shut the door. And there's, what was it, 3 holes? Let's see. There's 2 here. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3 right there. So we line those up. Squeeze to the back. One side's done. Bring in the double doors. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Squeeze some more, and there we go, our last click. And here we have Ironhide transformed into his Chevrolet Top Kick truck form. And Ironhide looks really good in his truck form. Let's bring him in for a closer look. Right there up front on the grill we got GMC along with Roadrunner on the bumper. And I'm loving the detail in the lights and the fog lights. Everything looks really good there. I like this little silver piece they added on the side. That's a nice touch. But I wish they would have added those on both sides. Over here we have an Autobot logo. The tires roll really well. And I'm loving these tall chrome smokestacks we got there. On each side we got 4x4. We got the tail lights painted in this little orangish reddish color. We got another Autobot emblem right there on the back of the door. Bottom right we got GMC here. And some little molding in here along with the license plate, or where it should be. And then we got just a heel and toes just protruding out. That looks terrible. Very tacky. And then up here is just a big old gap. I really wish they would have added one more panel to just fold over that and cover that up. I don't know why they didn't. Maybe I could find a little chrome rectangle box just set there, and it could be his toolbox. Yeah, Ironhide the Handyman. Now this Ironhide is molded after the Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Ironhide, and he has the same deal where his big clunky feet just get folded under there and stick out. As for comparisons, here is how he looks with the 2007 movie Voyager. And just to note, I do have the premium series of that 2007 mold. And the premium series includes a overall better paint job, chrome rims, tinted windows with this little effect of sun glare, and there is an Autobot symbol right here on the hood. And my favorite was always these chrome rims on there. I mean, that's beautiful. I really wish the leader class had chrome rims like that. As for Ironhide's weapons, this little post plugs into this little slot right here. And now you have what looks like some big old dual blaster. Now there are 2 holes here if you wanted to add them separately, but they just look better combined. So this piece will plug in right here. Now it just looks like Ironhide is carrying his weapons into battle. This was my first official review with my new custom toy review workstation and format. I'm still coming up with new ways to improve my channel every day. For example, today I learned during a Transformers review to keep a flashlight handy in case I'm like, oh, you peg it in right there. Y'all see that, right? And y'all like, nah, bro, we don't see it. So if you think I did a good job, give me a like, subscribe for more content, and feedback is always appreciated. Well, that wraps up my video. Thanks for watching. And remember, in times of turmoil, ask yourself, what will Professor Charles Xavier do?